Since mid-September, Israel has expanded its war against Hezbollah into a widespread bombing campaign and ground invasion, displacing what UN officials say is an estimated 800,000 people. Many have nowhere to go and no safety net, with state services crippled by years of financial crisis and mismanagement. Members of Lebanon's weary volunteer sector are again stepping in to provide the aid that the government has not. Among them is DAFA. It began as an annual donation drive to help disadvantaged families, but over the years it has morphed into a year-round effort that distributes clothes and food to displaced families.
The last month was hectic. From September 26th till now. We didn't sleep. Our days are nights and the nights are days.
With each successive crisis that has beset Lebanon recently, the state has offered less and less assistance. Today, few have any expectations left. Mona Al-Khalil, herself forced from her home in Beirut by Israeli bombs, now commutes back into the city to volunteer.
Our generation has realized that if we don't get things done, they're not going to get done by anyone, especially our government.
After the Beirut port explosion of 2020, activists implored international donors to bypass the Lebanese government when delivering aid, fearing that embezzlement and favoritism would prevent the help from going where it was needed. 4 years on, many activists reject government involvement as a matter of course.
We don't want any political parties to help us in any way. We can do what we do with the free people of Lebanese.
This self-sufficiency outlook has created an efficient, if exhausted, volunteer sector. Ziad Abishakar, a veteran activist, has set up an initiative distributing free mattresses and blankets to displaced people.
When the next crisis happens, you already accumulated enough experience to say, okay, this is how we get organized. We've been able to do this initiative with a team of probably 3 or 4 people. But in 2006, to do something like this, we needed to be about 12 to 15 people.
An international conference in Paris last week raised $1 billion in pledges for Lebanon aid. Activists hope it can be funneled to the right places, where they say it will bring welcome relief.
You can be resilient once, twice, but you cannot make it a way of life, going from crisis to crisis. It gets to you at the end.
In the meantime, with no end to Israel's offensive in sight, the needs seem endless, while the resources of those struggling to meet them are at best limited. Jacob Russell, VOA News, Beirut.